art is by its nature edgy, it's by its nature subversive, in my opinion, and uncomfortable. It's scratchy, you know, and it should be. The temperatures should be too hot or too cold, I think.
We are the first university to bring Stephen Lang to campus as a Woodrow Wilson visiting fellow. We got people on board almost instantly. I had a conversation with Terrence Masson in creative industries, and he was so excited.
I knew immediately, because of his background and what we do and how we do it here at Northeastern, the interdisciplinary nature of the work.
It's not very glamorous, no sir. It's not a good story, but then I guess it's consistent with war.
Coming from Broadway and film, is the technical and creative aspect of acting and theater and cinema, and the technology and the art.
I guess it's like a credit to his talent, because I mean, I remember seeing him in Avatar. He was sort of like this cold-hearted general, and you know, just in person, he's just a genuinely nice guy, very gracious, and you can tell he just sort of like loves what he's doing.
So we came up with a lot of different events. He went to 4 different classrooms, and he interjected himself into those classes and taught.
It's not often that you get opportunities like this to deal with people that have this incredible first-hand experience, and you get to just ask them questions in a very intimate setting.
You're having to get into character and looking at lots of things that I'm assuming weren't there when you were actually acting.
You know, you just sort of abandon yourself to your own fantasy that's going on.
It was interesting to hear him talk, and I didn't know that he was a Shakespeare actor at all. So the fact that he knew so much about Hamlet and had actually done his own production of Hamlet was really interesting and cool to hear about.
Is he insane? It's almost like kind of an irrelevant question, because the world itself.
It's been a while since I've spent a lot of time with Shakespeare. I used to be very involved. So in a way I was kind of vamping, but in a way I was also just sort of accessing a lot of stuff that's already there, and it was an absolute pleasure to just kind of get in there and sort of improvisationally spitball with these students.
I was actually kind of pleased that he could kind of talk in a really authentic way, like, you know, lines from memory.
Well, Brutus is an honorable man, as are they all.
And, you know, nothing was kind of put on at all.
And that candidness really is obvious to students, especially that, wow, you know, he's really giving his honest opinion and feedback, and it's open and accessible, and that kind of discourse is really invaluable.
I did a writing seminar, and you know, I felt to some extent, my gosh, I'm there under false pretenses. I'm not a writer. I'm an actor who occasionally writes something. But it was really just terrific sitting in there for 2 hours, and the time just flew by with the students, talking about the writing that they had done.
And he really treated them with a lot of respect. They weren't freshmen to him, they were, you know, colleagues.
He was open to every single question they asked, and so he was able to deliver advice really from the inside.
Well, I'm an aspiring actor, so it's been really helpful to hear his personal experiences, both the good and the bad. I asked him a question at a luncheon about rejection, which is something a lot of actors experience. So I was really interested to hear how he deals with that, and about his trials and tribulations as well as his success.
Story of my audition for Death Challenge.
I've enjoyed pretty much every moment of it. The classes, being with the students, and I hope it was of value for them. It certainly was valuable to me.
Yeah, the impact that he's had on the students and the faculty is going to be long-lasting.
He brought an experience to them that they'll never forget.
It was really fantastic, so I can't wait to have him back.